Hello everybody, and welcome to the English 1102 online A-term class for the fall 2016 semester. Now I'm putting some emphasis on the A-term because some of you may have just signed up for this class without looking at the dates. This class will run from this week all the way and through about the first week of October. Not all the way through December like full-term classes do. So what that means is we're going to try to still get the 4 essays that you need to write in there, the most important of course being the research paper, in 8 weeks time instead of 15 weeks time. So if you did not know this was an A-term, be aware of it, and if you knew it was A-term and you signed up for that very reason, then welcome to the class. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pause for just a second. I'd like for you to go into the syllabus module and open up the syllabus. Now you don't have to print it up like I have done. I always like to have a print copy, but you do need to open it up because we're going to go through this syllabus for a little bit and talk about what you need to do well in this class. So I'll pause for just a second. Okay, I'm back. Now, syllabus. Now again, there's that disclaimer right at the very top saying this is an A-term class and that we will be going at an accelerated pace. So we will be working a little bit faster than just a regular 1102 class. My contact information is on the top. Note that it says class is asynchronous online. We do not meet at a specific time on specific days. This class can actually, you can do it in the first thing in the morning, or if you work a full-time job, you can do it that evening. If you're a single mom, we're raising about 3 kids, you can do this at midnight. Whatever time is best for you. But do know that you do have to sign into the class in order to do well. But there are no meeting times that you have to actually meet. There's my office phone number. I'm usually in my office during these times. If I'm not in my office or if I don't answer the phone, I'm either helping a student or it's possible that I may be at some meeting with some committee talking about this upcoming consolidation between Darton State College and Albany State College. So I'm on a couple of those committees, so it's possible that they may meet during what would normally be my office hours, and so I'd be there. But most of the time, if you try to contact me by phone or by dropping into my office, if you happen to live in the Albany area, dropping into my office during these office hours, you should be able to catch me. Alright. The email address. Really the best way to reach me is probably through that email on the D2L. You can also reach me on that email on the syllabus. I check my email quite frequently during the workday. So you will likely get a pretty quick response Monday through Thursday or Monday through Friday emailing me during those times, unless I'm in a class or, like I said, I'm in some kind of a committee meeting. Do know this. If you send me an email at about 2 or 3 in the morning, you're not going to get an immediate response. I'm a lot older than you are and I need my beauty sleep. I did have a student about 2 or 3 years ago send me emails in the middle of the night and then send me a hateful one saying, "Are you even bothering to read your emails?" Well, if you're sending me an email at 3 a.m., the answer to your question is no, I'm not. I'm sleeping. I'll answer your email first thing in the morning. So I do try to get to my emails as quickly as possible, but do be aware that I also try to get 8 hours of sleep at night whenever I can. Alright. Course policies, course data, I don't need to talk about that. I do need to talk about the textbooks. This will be my first semester using these textbooks, and if you're using a textbook that one of your friends had, you may not have all the stories in play. I can tell you're not going to have all the poems because there are some poems that are specific to this collection that you will be reading as part of your poetry module. These 3 books, they come in a box set. So you open it up and we've got 3 different books here. We've got plays, poems, and stories. So those will be your 3 books that you're going to be using. This 3-book set costs $47 at our bookstore. That is the cheapest I have ever found, and it's one of the 2 reasons why I selected this book set. The other reason is that it also happens to have a lot of good stories and poems and a good play in there that we are going to be reading throughout the course of this semester. You may find this stuff in other places, but get this collection. $47 brand new. If it's used, it's less than that. And if you rent it, like go to rent.com or something like that and do a rental, you probably will get it for a song. what I don't want to hear is I could not afford the textbooks. Less than $50 brand new, I think you can afford the textbook. And I certainly do not want to hear somebody say, oh, I had to buy a biology book for $450. That didn't leave me enough money for your books. Because what that tells me is that you think your biology class is more important than mine. And you and I will not get along if you put all your other classes at a higher priority than mine is. Just ask students that have given me that excuse in the past. So, the Seagull Reader is by Norton. I also have the ISBN number on here. That ISBN number is like a barcode reading. Like when you go to the grocery store and it swipes the barcode, and the computer knows that that barcode is the barcode for a box of tomatoes or something like that. Same thing with ISBN numbers in books. That's how that specific ISBN number that's on your syllabus will specifically give you that little textbook set. And get it as soon as you can, because we want to hit the ground running since this is a short semester. Alright, attendance. You cannot pass this class if you don't sign in. It's that simple. Like I said, it's asynchronous, which means you can sign in whenever it's convenient, but don't wait 3 weeks between sign-ins, because if you do, you will fall behind and you will not do well. I'm not going to talk about withdrawals. The no-show doesn't apply to you because you are actually here. Makeup work is on a case-by-case basis. I cannot, or it's hard for me to grade late work. I try to grade the work on the schedule that I've got set up in the syllabus, and I try to get it back in a timely fashion. But when you turn something in 3 weeks late, you're creating extra work for me, work that I should have already done. So the best way to prevent that is penalizing you for being late. Now, we can work with certain things. For example, if you look at the list of documentation down here, you may think it's funny that there are jail release records on here. It's funny, but it's happened. I've had students say, look, man, I've been locked up for the last 3 weeks. Can we work around that? Well, yes, we can. We can work around a death in the family. We can work around you being in a hospital in a coma. We can work around you having jury duty. We can work around a lot of things, and I'm willing to do that. But if your excuse was, well, I just got busy or I just forgot, expect late work penalty. Notice also in there, and it says it in all bold, anything that's more than 3 weeks late gets an F automatically, if it's not been something we've worked out ahead of time. So don't fall behind in this class, and don't lose points because you keep turning in late work. All right, on the next page, the most important thing on this next page really is the evaluation. 15% of it reading quizzes. So in each module, there'll be a reading quiz in there to make sure that you've read all 5 of the short stories or all 4 of the poets, or in the play to make sure you've read trifles. So there will be quizzes in there to make sure you've actually done the reading. And then, of course, there'll be 3 smaller essays, usually about 5 paragraphs, anywhere from 2 to 3 pages. And then the research paper is the big project, 4 to 6 pages, minimum of 3 sources outside of the reading and including the reading. And you will need to do well on that, because that's 25% of your grade. You don't want to blow it on the research paper. And then at the bottom of this, the plagiarism policy. My plagiarism policy is don't cheat in my class. I'm on the Academic Honor Code Committee. I actually chaired that committee last year. I'm not doing it this year. I'm very good at catching plagiarism, and the penalties will be harsh. What I like to tell my nursing students, we have an excellent nursing program here at Darton, which means that it's possible that I'm speaking to several nursing students right now as my students. Love nursing students. They are excellent students. But if you are a nursing student who cheats on one of my papers in my class, I'm going to remember that. And then if I go to Phoebe and you come walking into my room to give me my medication, I'm going to wonder, did you cheat to get that job? Are you as good a nurse as what Darton usually releases? And are you getting my prescription right? Things like that. So cheating has consequences. And especially in my class, you don't want to do it. You are much better off turning in a D paper than you are getting a 0 for plagiarism. So don't go cheating. Make sure that you do your work. Somebody that struggles with writing, I can understand that. Somebody that copies and pastes off Wikipedia, I have no sympathy for you. So make sure that you don't do it. Notice that it says that the first time is an automatic 0 on the assignment. The second time, I'm just going to throw you out of the class. So, and I have had students cheat a second time, believe it or not. So don't do it. And then the last page is the schedule. This schedule is here. I've also got it separately in the syllabus folder as the schedule standalone, although it's also on the back of the syllabus. All these due dates are going to be in the D2L calendar. When you sign into D2L, on your right-hand side, there's upcoming important dates. My due dates for these papers are actually in the D2L calendars for you to see. So that is that. First assignment, of course, is going to be the prose paper. You've got 5 little short stories to read here. I think you're going to enjoy all 5 of these. And then you have to take the quiz and turn in the prose essay by August the 26th. If you want me to look at an early draft, what you'll want to do is go ahead and email me a copy of that early draft and say, Mr. Smith, can you look this over and give me some pointers? Anything that goes in that Dropbox is going to get graded. So also be aware that Dropbox has turnitin.com attached to it. So if you cheat and put something in Dropbox, that's usually how I'm going to catch you. I'll be happy to look over early drafts and say, okay, you need to do this or you need to fix that, or give you whatever advice you need. But you do not want to be late on that. Now, I've got a Friday due date on this. I don't know whether D2L is going to shut down on Friday night the 26th or not. I can't find its schedule. But if it does, you can turn it in Saturday morning, and it's not going to be a late penalty. I'm not going to start grading papers at 11 o'clock on a Friday night anyway. I'm probably going to be in bed because, I'm a little bit older than you are, so that's where I'll end up being. All right, so get on it. Let's get to work. We're going at a fast pace, and I want you to do well. I've tried to give you all the resources in D2L. I'm also available by call or by email. And again, as I just said, I'm willing to look at early drafts of papers. So with that in mind, let's have ourselves a great semester this semester. I think you're going to enjoy the readings, and by the time you get done with this, you will be much better at doing research and writing a research paper, hopefully, than what you are now.